I am going to show you how to apply your Jamberry nail wraps. First, make sure that there is no polish on the nails that you're going to be applying your wraps to. Then wash your hands with dish soap to get the oils off them. Try not to touch your nails after this. Then take some rubbing alcohol and wipe your nail. You could also use acetone or nail polish remover. Then take your cuticle pusher and push back your cuticle. You really want to make sure to get your cuticle and invisible cuticle pushed back. If you don't know what the invisible cuticle is, it is a thin layer of cuticle that grows out on your nail, but it's really hard to see, hence the name invisible cuticle. So I don't know if you can tell, do you see that, all that like gunk right there? That's going all the way around my nail right there that I can push back. That's my invisible cuticle. So you really want to make sure that that gets pushed back. And then you buff your nail. This is just getting the shine off your nail, so you don't have to do a lot of buffing. But this is just getting the shine off your nail so that the wrap can stick better. And then wipe your nail again. Now you're ready to apply your wrap. So as you can see, I have already cut mine in half. I find that it works really well if you kind of fold it over your nail. So like instead of just placing it like that, I find that it really helps if you kind of like fold it. And you want there to be a sliver of nail, at least a sliver of nail, showing between the wrap and the skin on each side of your nail. I already know that this goes on my thumb, but you'll want to size it to your nail and err on the size of too small rather than too large. On my thumb, it's just under my cuticle. That's what you want. And I guess you could say the way most people apply it is to heat the wrap up first and then apply it to their nail. I'm using my Jamberry mini heater, but you can use a blow dryer. I highly recommend buying the Jamberry application kit and mini heater. They will work wonders for your jam cure. But today I'm going to be applying my wraps by what is called the cold method. So I'm just taking my orange stick and sliding it under this wrap and pushing the wrap onto the orange stick. You can use whatever tool you want, just make sure that you're not using your fingers. And then without touching the adhesive side of the wrap, I'm going to peel off the backing. So now I'm just going to apply it to my nail. And for me personally, I just find that I get a better application when I apply it this way. And you can see that I've got it just barely on there, so if I need to readjust it, I can. And I always like to look at it from this angle to see like if it's crooked, if I've got more on one side than the other. And I'm touching the top part here because we're going to be trimming that off anyway. Okay, so it looks like I'm good. Now you do not want to press the whole thing onto your nail yet. You want to turn on your heater, and you're going to want to warm it up first. So just waiting for it to go on. There we go. So it only takes 3 to 5 seconds, depending on your heat source. And this mini heater, it is so quiet. Like if you're on a conversation with someone on the phone, you can use this while you're on the phone. It's so quiet. And it's small enough that it can fit in your purse. It's very convenient. And so I'm just going to rub from the cuticle to the tip. You could also use your cuticle pusher to do this. Then I'm going to heat up the side. And then just push down the side. Do you see how I have a bubble right there? So I'm just going to kind of peel up the side there. Heat it up again. This time I'm going to pull before rub down. Other side. I kind of have curved nails, I mean, normally my thumb does not give me any trouble whatsoever. But if you do have curved nails, then on the sides, before you rub it down, pull it. And don't be afraid to really pull it, because Jamberry wraps are very strong. So pulling the wrap is not going to rip it. But the most that will do is like make your nail wrap move, which all you have to do is heat it up, peel it up, and smack it back down. So, very easy. Then take your cuticle pusher or orange stick and use this and go around your nail, and using a good amount of pressure to push the wrap down. This is a very important step. This is just going to make sure that you've got a watertight seal on your wrap. This part is totally optional, but I find it just works better for me for filing the nail off. Normally I would just kind of clip this excess off, and then you can you could use a fingernail clipper and clip it off, and actually clip your nail with the wrap if you want to. You could also just go ahead and file it off right away. Personally, I like to do what is called the baggy method, and this really helps to make sure that the tip of your wrap is down on your nail. So just twist it around your fingernail. Then I'm going to turn on my heater again. Then I'm going to, and you want to be applying a good amount of pressure at the tip especially. I'm going to heat it up only a couple seconds, and then just really rub that tip down. Do you see how that got all like nice and pushed down like that? Now normally I'd probably then come back and like trim this part off, because then I would go and do like the rest of my nails and then come back and file it. But since I'm showing you today, I'm just gonna file it. And you want to file downwards at a 90-degree angle. And you never want to file up and down, because that could cause the tip of your wrap to lift. And you never want to file side to side, because that could also cause the tip of your wrap to lift. And on the side here, I'm still pretty much filing downwards. Now, if you like to use your fingers as tools, then I recommend that you file a little slanted so that the tip of your nail is showing, because then when you're picking at stuff a lot, instead of having the brunt of the wrap get most of the work, the brunt of your nail will be getting most of the work. The way I like to test if it's smooth enough is, it's called the t-shirt test, which really you just scratch your t-shirt. And if you feel anything snagging, I like to go in and buff the tip of my nail exactly the way I filed. And it just kind of smoothens the tip out. And it's really nice. And then I personally like to use the baggie again, just really quickly on the tip. Turn on my heater again, heat it up. 1, 2, 3. Rub it. But again, as I said, the baggie is totally optional. And then I like to heat the whole nail up. go back in with the cuticle pusher. Push around the edges. And rub it down. And that's it. You are good to go. You have a fantastic manicure that looks awesome. It looks fantastic. It lasts for 2 weeks. It does not chip. So that is fantastic. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has been helpful. And don't forget to watch my removal video on how to remove your nail wraps properly so you won't get any damage to your nail. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page at Suzanne Tuchinski Jamberry to learn tips and tricks and some other cool things like how to cut down your wraps and how to apply